Rotary doing a member moment with Lola Perez.
Thank you, President Bill, and thank you, the board members, for giving me this opportunity. Since I joined the club, I've been looking forward to share a few stories with you so you guys get to know me a little better. I was born in Dominican Republic, and my given name was Lourdes. But when I was born, my mom had to stay back at the hospital, and my dad took me to my grandmother's house, which and she was going by Doña Lola. So my grandma told me that she remembered him driving his truck and not telling her what was my name. And one of my uncles said, well, if you didn't leave the name, let's start calling her Lolita. And in 1977, when I was born, there was not cell phone or phone lines in that back of the country. I know when I said Dominican Republic, a lot of people thought Caribbean paradise, warm weather, coconut tree, but in that area, where it's close to Haiti, it wasn't that. It's still very rural, not that developed. So that's how they started calling me Lolita, my grandma's house. When my mom got out of the hospital, the entire neighborhood and all my family already had a nickname for me. So it's kind of late for her to kind of, okay, wait a minute, that wasn't her name. So that nickname stuck with me to today. And this is why I love it. I'm the third of 3 children. And my mom passed last year. My dad's still doing well. Back home, they all stay back home. I'm the only one here. And I try to go to visit them once a year, go back and see them, how they're doing. And they're still in the same town. They haven't moved. I'm the only one that flew away. So let me tell you how it happens. 20 years ago, I moved to Massachusetts, really cold. It was super cold for me, but I needed to learn English. So I went to school, got my ESL classes to get my credentials validated from the Dominican Republic. And I have to pass a test called the Test of English for Foreign Language Student. It's a United States certification that you have to make sure you get in order to get the equivalent to a bachelor's degree here in the United States. But let me tell you this. I used to, at school, like I used to iron my clothes every night, right? Every night I iron my clothes. And one of my roommates said, like, why do you do that every night? And I'm like, oh, because I don't want the powers to go off in the morning because, you know, I don't want to go wrinkled to the classes. And she's like, there's no power in going off in the United States. I was like, what? We get 5 or 4 of us a day in the Dominican Republic. She's like, no, you don't have to do that. So anyway, so did the English thing, did the test, and then I moved to DC. And I wish to say that my professional life has been a map, but it hasn't. Like one thing had led to another. I live in DC. There was moving a lot, roommates, stuff like that. I didn't really like that. I was doing a management trainee program with a company called Enterprise. And I said, like, no, I need to buy a house. I can't keep moving like this. Like, and people was like, oh, you need a mortgage. I was like, oh, I need a mortgage. How do I get one of those? Oh, you have to go to a bank and apply for a mortgage. And I was like, okay, let me get a job at the bank. And they're going to give me a loan, and then I'm going to buy a house. So I started working with BB&T. They just merged with SunTrust, now they call Truist. I got my way into the financial industry. I bought the house here in DC, and I got the loan, right? And 7 years ago, I had a son. I couldn't do the corporate hours anymore. I needed more flexibility. And I was like, what can I do to get those flexible hours? And of course, that was the insurance industry. And they were looking at me at the bank like, you are going to sell insurance? You're going to leave your salary, be a full-time mom, study for all the license that you need? You crazy? And I was like, no, I get flexibility. So 6 years ago, I started working with a company called New York Life. I can write now insurance contract up to $10 million. I did study for the licenses. I got the funeral license, CBA 6 and 63, to write variable products in the stock market. I still have a few other tests, but work really well with other professionals in the area. During tax season, I support an accounting firm in Northern Virginia where I help them do some retirement planning for the people that are interested in saving for retirement. And then I do some work with the estate planning lawyer. He focuses on long-term care. And I know by now you're going to be looking like, okay, this Spanish guy with Spanish accent that had Ethiopian hair, how did she get into the club? Like, how did this happen? Tell me, I want to know. So I have a good friend and she's like, Lola, you have to come meet my friends from the Rotary Club. They're gonna love you. Like I swear to God, they're gonna love you. I was like, okay, let's find out. They meet on a Monday. And I went to the meeting and say hi to everybody. And they came up with the four-way taste the pledge and it was so powerful. When everybody say I and I believe, it was so strong. I was sold out. I was like, okay, I'm buying. Where do I sign? But they meet in Fairfax County and I live in DC. So I was like, okay, oh, the meeting, the day, oh, in the middle of the day, how am I gonna make it happen? COVID test, nobody was meeting anybody anywhere. So I was like, okay. During the summer, I guess one of those mornings where I had enough amount of coffee, I was like, wait a minute, there might be another club close to DC that I can go join. And that's how I got connected with Nancy and Bill and Marilyn and Dick and all of you. And you guys, yeah, come in, girl. And I believe in what we do. I gotta tell you this. Why do I believe in what we do? I seen it working. Everything that we preach here, like I seen it with my own eyes. One day I was at Walgreens or CVS, I can't remember which store it was, and I saw a gentleman come in, putting his reading glasses in a box and walking out. And I stood there looking at that box with used glasses, and I know that the box was telling me something. I didn't know what it was. And I look into the box and there were some other glasses with heavy prescription on it. And I was like, box, glasses, what is this? And I asked the lady, like, hey, what is this? And she said, oh, people that don't use their glasses anymore, they just drop it there. And then we donate it to an organization and they find someone around the world that somebody can use it. And when you get that moment, that it's like, oh, that's how babies are made, right? I was like, oh, this is where the glasses come from. Oh, and I was like laughing because I do remember back home where some type of American doctor was to come to the school and give kids free eye exam. And then they lie down all those glasses, all different sizes, and try to match that prescription with these kids with the glasses and then try to make it, tied up for them. And this is where these glasses come from, the ones that we get back home that are donated. So this is my 5-minute tech talk moment. I'll say, love your neighbor, smile, recycle a lot, especially reading glasses. And I know that it could be a free eye exam, reading glasses, maybe a free polio shot or clean water, whatever the project is. I know it works. I seen it. It work is working. We could get it done. We got this as a member, as a group, as a city, as a country, as a world. We could get this happen. Like what we cooking here, it has its effect.